Hey guys, it's Nicola. Don't mind me. um, Today my kid's birthday, so it's about him. I'm just however I look today. So let's see what messages we have. All right, what messages, what guidance do we have for the collective? We're gonna pull one card of guidance for the collective. Oh, and guys, I have not answered all of my comments. I got buku comments from this weekend. Y'all know I take the weekends off, except partially Saturdays. But anyway, so one of the comments that came across my phone while I was working was someone, I don't know if it was a request or it was an idea to pull an oracle for each zodiac sign. So let me tell you what I'm gonna do. Okay, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. So I'm thinking about, I don't know if I want to do it on Snapchat, TikTok, or Instagram. You guys let me know where you want me to do it. But I'm thinking about pulling one oracle card per zodiac sign each day. Just, guidance for the day for each zodiac sign. One card. I don't know if I want to do tarot or I want to do oracle. Y'all let me know what, y'all would enjoy. But I will not put that on here because I do the daily read on here. I give you a daily energy. A lot of people don't like that because it doesn't specify their sign. But I want everyone to understand your sign your sign only identifies characteristics, emotions, and events that have to do with your energy. It's not necessarily who you are, more like what makes up who you are. You feel me? So doing a general, collective reading is very sufficient in regards to messages for the day, because it draws in the energies of what's going on within the cosmos, within the universe, which is basically going by your astrology sign. It's bringing in those energies and giving you clarity on what's going on based off of those energies. All right, so let's get started. I'm talking too much, y'all gonna get pissed. All right. So let's see what messages we have. And y'all know I'm super talkative. I'm also very antisocial, which is, I guess, torture for the people that I am around. So let's see what messages we have for the collective. We're only going to pull 3 cards of guidance. Okay. First one we have is Angel of a New Life. Goddess of Awakening. It says, this is a wondrous time of exploration, romance, and creativity. Okay. We need 2 more cards of guidance for the collective. We got God of the Underworld. It says something which no longer serves you is about to end. Okay. Give me 1 more card of guidance. One more part of guidance. All right, we got God of Conflict Resolution. It says you are being encouraged to walk away from a current conflict. With angel of communication, this could have to do with some verbal altercation. Some of you guys may need to walk away from a verbal altercation and understand that the reason why you're going through these conflicts or these challenges within your life is because you're evolving within your life. Okay. All right, let me quit. That old saying, 2 steps up, 10 steps back. Those are those obstacles, what they say. The devil thought he had me, oh, but I run. Don't run, say step up. You feel me? Devil is only as powerful as you make him. Okay. Let's see what messages we have. This is for the collective. What messages, what guidance do we have? Okay. We've been taught to, run away from things that are negative or things that we don't want to face. When in actuality, you don't run from things that you don't want to face. You face that shit head on, overcome that obstacle, so you never have to be worried with it again. What messages, what guidance do we have for the collective? Okay. What messages, what guidance do we have for the collective? We are using the Star Tarot today. I told y'all I got some new decks, so we're going to be rotating those in. First time using this deck. The jury's still out on whether I like these cards, because as far as shuffling, I like them, but I do not like how even my nails, they stick to them. You know how you rub against something and it's dragging? I don't like that feeling. I want my cards smooth, and I do not feel like these are very smooth. So yeah, see what messages, what guidance do we have for the collective? Messages, guidance for the collective. What messages, what guidance do we have for the collective? And as you guys know, these collective readings are not dated. These are timeless readings. So if the energy doesn't, resonate with you today, check back motherfucking tomorrow. Maybe you chilling today. You feel me? Maybe you chilling. All right. Three of Wands here. So I feel like for some of you guys, and I got expectations. Three of Wands can represent expectations, especially when you're expecting something to fall into a certain alignment. You're expecting the energies to fall into a certain alignment. The Wands do represent energies, passions, creativities, things like that. And threes do represent alignment. So some of you guys could have your passions coming into an alignment. You see how these Wands are coming to a point here, like an arrow. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're very much in the space of either breaking free from a corner, like coming out of a corner, because you see this flowers coming out of this corner, like breaking through a wall, or you're putting your passions in alignment and you're becoming more focused. Okay, so with the Hierophant under this, with the Three of Wands, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you could also have had a lot of patience with the situation based off your beliefs, or patience with the situation based off of a relationship. Maybe King of Pentacles here. Could be Earth sign. Especially with the Hierophant. King of Pentacles is Taurus, so this could be dealing with the Taurus. Y'all know this is a collective read, so I'm not just speaking of Taurus. I'm just saying this could be in your chart, this could be someone you're dealing with, or this can just be the energy that you have of being wise or being, you know, balanced within your wisdom. Your thoughts could make a change in something as well, as what I'm getting. You could put something in alignment. So with the Five of Pentacles here, I do feel like there's a foundation that is changing. The thing about it is, King of Pentacles with Five of Pentacles, even though there's a foundation changing, when you got the King of Pentacles in front of the Five of Pentacles, there may be a loss, but someone's confident about taking that loss. So someone is confidently changing some things, letting something go, really looking into the night of themselves. Nine of Wands here, finding their strength. I feel like someone's finding their strength to overcome an illusion. Not the nine of Wands represents overcoming spiritual strength. Y'all excuse my nail. I tried to paint it. It ain't do right. I gotta take it off and do right again. Fuck it. All right. So, but I'm still gonna show this motherfucker off right now. All right. So with the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Cups, I do feel as though some of you guys are in a space of overcoming some confusion. I feel like you need to be confident about this change that is occurring within your foundation. Some of you guys are losing something, but I feel like what you're losing, I feel like you need to put in perspective what you're losing. You're not losing anything of substance. You're losing smoke and mirrors, an illusion, something that wasn't clear, wasn't true. Okay, Seven of Cups is an illusion. It is also confusion. Some of you guys could be making a choice based off of what you feel right now. 10 Pentacles here, committing to that. See, King of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles with the 10 of Pentacles on top of that, like overlaying that. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're really needing to be confident about changing this foundation because you're moving toward stability, abundance for yourself. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you've been dealing with a lack situation. You're overcoming that lack situation, but you're also confused, really confused about what you're needing to commit to next. With the Six of Swords here, I feel like you need to connect to moving forward, moving toward peace for yourself. Whatever brings you peace is what you need to move toward. Like legit, you see how that sun is shining right there? Whatever brings you peace, that's what you need to move toward. I feel like the clarity or the adjustments made are going to bring happiness. Nine Pentacles here is going to bring abundance. Nine Pentacles is abundance, not just, you know, 10 Pentacles is wealth, stability, solid. Like you got everything when it comes to the foundation. Nine Pentacles is the transformation within that creates this stability. So for a lot of you guys, moving toward this peace of mind, moving toward this sunspot in your life, this vital area, person, whatever this is in your life, moving toward this. I think my thing fell, but anyway, moving toward, as long as it don't fall on me, it might. Let me pause it in case it fall on me. All right, so moving toward this vital part of your life, it's going to bring you happiness, it's going to bring you wealth, it's going to bring you stability. I feel like you're confused about how to get there because it does require you to be courageous within your efforts. So this, I speak on everything, y'all. This could legit be you starting your own business. This could be you, you know, taking a major test. This can be you, like, say for instance, you're trying to choose a major in college. This could be this could be something that is going to lead you towards stability, but having to make the adjustments is what you're worried about because it does require you again to have confidence. For some of you guys, you could be questioning your own foundation, your own worth right now. So we have Five of Wands here. There's definitely some changes here. 2 5s, Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, change within the energy, change within the foundation. I feel like there's some conflicts about the changes that are happening. Queen of Cups, there could be a water sign that's conflicted about these changes. Could be dealing with some bothersome details, dealing with a mother figure. 6 of Wands here. I feel like the victory is moving forward. So for a lot of you guys, the conflict is just nurturing your own foundation, nurturing your own wealth, your own worth. We're not gonna start this week off like this, okay? Um, in this physical life, hold on one second, because my son lost his mind. In this physical life, the only thing of value is that which you can obtain, or that which you naturally have, which is your own worth, yourself. Nothing else in life matters besides the solidness of what life creates. So for some of you guys, you're basing your worth off of things you can't even fucking touch, you can't even hold. You're basing your things off of wealth that, you know, isn't, that is smoke and mirrors, that is an illusion. You're basing yourself off of some sort of stability that you've created within your life. That is an illusion, because the true stability comes from within yourself. So right now, I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's time to put your energies into alignment. It's time to really focus on making changes within your foundation, to find your strength, to remove the smoke and mirrors, and commit to moving toward peace for yourself, or moving toward, you know, balance within your thoughts and within your life. A lot of you guys, you're conflicted about nurturing yourself and creating abundance for yourself, but in actuality, that is where your victory lies. 9 wands here. Your victory lies in your motherfucking strength. Period, poo. Okay. I look horrible today. I don't care. I don't care. Put on some makeup. I'm gonna be cool in a minute. Nah, I'm really tired, y'all. I've been I'm releasing a video for those of you that watch like my extra stuff that don't have to do with tarot. I'll be releasing video later on today. I've been really this weekend in my mind and in my head about the current state of the world, and I got some things I need to put out there, and I did, but as you can see, it reflects on me because I'm an empath and I feel, and when I get to feeling, it starts fucking with me, you know, mentally, because I'm like, what the fuck? And y'all know, if y'all empaths, y'all know what I'm talking about. What you feel starts to fuck with your mind as well. So King of Pentacles here, I do feel like you are the King of Pentacles in this situation. I feel like you are the one that has the ability to create a structured, sound foundation. Judgment here. You got to realize that everything is within your abilities. 9 Pentacles here. Realize your own abundance. Realize that you've gained your own stability. 9 Pentacles, 9 Swords, 9 Wands. All the 9s are 9. 4 9s are out. All the 9s aren't out. Okay, we're still missing the 9 of Cups. So I don't think this is about what makes you happy, but this is about removing the anxieties to become stable within yourself. I tell people all the time, yes, we're spiritual beings experiencing a human experience, or having a human experience. And a lot of times, because we're spiritual beings, sometimes we tend to elevate that spirituality over the physical aspects of this world, not putting the work in to understand those physical emotions, putting the work in to understand physical perspectives, to understand what we think, because that's a very important role in regards to this life. Your perspective on what is happening is like the most important thing that you have in this life. So I tell people all the time, you are a human in this life. You may be a spiritual entity, you may be a spiritual being, but you're having a human experience. So from your perspective, you are a human within this life, meaning you cannot deny, you cannot be shameful, you cannot oppress the human aspects of yourself. And I feel like here someone is in a space of having these confusions, having this mental distress, and it's detaching. Healthy detachment is necessary. You do need to detach from concerns or worries that cause you to feel small or cause you to feel overwhelmed. But you do not pretend that whatever issues that are causing these triggers do not exist. You acknowledge it, you identify it, you acknowledge it, and you accept it, but then you release it. You just don't hold on to the energy. So I feel like I need to clarify this over. For a lot of you guys, it's time for you to become more aware of your own physical power in this life. Okay, yes, we're gaining the spiritual knowledge. Yes, we're expanding, we're growing, but we're still a human being on this earth. So we need to also begin to put the work into understanding what physically needs to happen in this 3D in order to create changes within our physical life. It's good to manifest, but manifestation without action is wishes, hopes, dreams, and songs. Okay, So for a lot of you guys, you got this change in foundation that you need to find the strength to have. Whether it's a change within your own mental foundation or a change within your life. I feel like this don't have anything to do with love. I feel like this is you needing to really identify the positive aspects, the negative aspects. Don't erase those negative aspects, but transmute that energy into something positive. Say for instance, okay, I see my well, y'all got me thinking about my what I see as a problem within my flaws. I've worked on so much. I'm trying to see what is still currently a problem. Okay, I have anxiety. I have panic. Okay, I have panic. I have anxiety. But I feel like one of my flaws is, and this is still a big flaw for me, when I get inside of my head, I detach from everything, not just from the mental aspects of it, but I detach from people, places, things, situations. I shut down. I go within my shell and I reassess what's happening. It's like a computer program. When computer programs, if something's going wrong internally, the whole system shuts down so it can try to reprogram and reboot in the right way, right? That's like if your computer gets overheated, it's going to shut the fuck down. It's going to stop working altogether because it has to try to cool down, calm down, and try to reprogram the physical aspects of itself. So that's what I do. There's a healthy way to do that. Go within quiet time for yourself, contemplate, meditate, write it out, sing it out, get it out of you. I just shut down. So that is something that I feel like is a problem, a lack within my life, or an obstacle that I have to overcome. Now, am I making adjustments within my perspective to overcome that? Yes, because I'm starting to understand that just because I'm going through something within myself doesn't mean that I shut out the world and ignore anything else external from me that doesn't require my immediate attention. Yeah. Now, yes, you prioritize things. You prioritize things in your life to where you accomplish what's most important for you at that particular moment. But shutting out is not good. It's not healthy. And I know a lot of people that do that, like, it's not healthy. So me understanding that this is a lack in my life, I feel like I have to be the one to be the king of pentacles in my life and be confident about making the adjustments. And instead of seeing it as a negative, shutting myself out, see it as a positive. Like, okay, yeah, I shut myself out. But the positive aspects of me shutting myself out is that I don't extend that negative energy that I feel within myself to my external energy, creating more negativity around me. I do internalize the energy sometimes, and sometimes, I'm getting to the point to where I will write it out, or I don't pick the paint, and I'll paint, and I'll get it out of me. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you have these negative aspects that you're not identifying or you're not acknowledging. And instead of acknowledging that and transmuting it from something that is negative, say you late all the time, it's a negative that you late, turn into something positive, you're making sure that your arrival is perfect. I know some people gonna laugh like, what? No, but seriously, you feel me? Instead of seeing it as something that is a downfall, see it as something that you can use as like a trick, or you can manipulate that downfall into something that is beneficial to you. You feel me? So say for instance, you're not good at math. You ain't got to be good at math. You feel me? It may be a downfall, especially if your job requires you to. I'm not good at math. I worked in a casino. You know what my downfall was? I can't do it out my head. But if you put a stack of chips in front of me and I break this shit down, I can tell you in 2.5 seconds the answer to whatever question you're asking me. You feel me? Because visually I need to see it and work it. In my mind do too much. I can't concentrate. So for me, that was a downfall. But instead of seeing it as a downfall and giving up and saying, I can't do this because I can't count fast enough in my head, I use it as a benefit. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to look at these chips and I'm going to shoot out the first answer that comes to my head. If it's right, hey, let's roll with it. If it's wrong, guess what? We can make adjustments and get it right. Period. So like I said, a lot of you guys, you got these changes that are happening, and it does require you to have strength because you're cutting away something that was an illusion. But instead of seeing it as a loss, which some of you guys are seeing it as a loss, be confident that it's not a loss. It's a change in what was to create something better. All right. So 5 of Pentacles here. I do feel like there's a foundation that is changing. Why is this 5 of Pentacles here? Why is this 5 of Pentacles here? We got the 10 of Swords here. 9 of Cups. Yes. Hold on a second. Y'all don't know. I just screamed at my kids. It happens sometimes. I'm trying to sit down and work and then All right, anyway. I didn't say that though. All right, so I feel like right now a lot of you guys feel lack, you feel without. And that could be creating an interference in you being able to move forward, because if you feel without in your physical environment, it does have effect to your physical. Your physical, as above, so below, as within, so without. So if you feel lack within, you're going to feel a lack within your environment. Or if you feel a lack within your environment, it's going to make you feel challenged within yourself. A lot of you guys need to detach from the environment and see that you're already whole within. So I do feel like there are some interferences that you need to overcome. A lot of you guys, you're lacking confidence in moving forward with something that you desire emotionally, creating more lack, creating more worry, creating more challenges. You need to find the strength to remove the confusion, find the strength to make a decision to move toward what makes you happy. Why is this 9 of Wands here? We got the Queen of Wands here, the 7 of Wands here, and the Hermit. So a lot of you guys, I feel like you're underestimating your own abilities, really resisting your internal knowledge. A lot of you guys are resisting getting on the right path. You feel like you don't have the strength to, but you do. I feel like you're needing to base, instead of allowing that emotion, fear is an emotion, instead of allowing that emotion to go to the negative, transmute that emotion into something positive. Instead of fearing something, be motivated to overcome it. You feel me? That's how you find your strength. If you know, identify what scares you. If for some of us, the fear of failing is what prevents us from actually taking action, feeling as though we're going to mess it up or we're going to create more problems. But you know what creates a bigger problem? Not taking action at all, because then you make no changes, you make no adjustments. So for some of you guys, it's not about removing, but it's about understanding, okay, I have a fear of failing, but if I don't move, I fail anyway. So I am living my fear by staying stuck instead of facing that fear and taking a step forward. If you fail, oh well, I made a move. Be grateful of the move that was necessary, because it caused a change. It created a shift. Others of you, your fear is succeeding, and that is a legit fear. Okay, if you fear succeeding, and you're unhappy where you are, do you fear more becoming happy, or do you fear more staying unhappy or becoming happy? Like, most people want to be happy. That's the whole objective. I just want to be happy. I hear that all the time. I just want to be happy. But happy comes from within. So do you want to be, what do you want to feel? Okay? Do you want to just feel happy? And if you want to feel happy as a permanent energy within your life, you have to make adjustments to the things that make you unhappy in order to create space for that light. For some of you guys, the strength, like I'm telling you, is just coming from within yourself. It's not underestimating your abilities. If you're afraid if you're fearing succeeding, more than likely it's not so much the success that you fear, but the changes that occur from you becoming successful or changing the circumstances that you have now. So see it as that. See it as, okay, it's not that I fear becoming successful. I fear changing. I fear my environment changing. I fear my life changing due to me becoming something that I am currently not, or growing into something that I am currently not. So for a lot of you guys, the strength that you need to find here is to, again, stop underestimating your abilities. Be more confident in yourself. Be more motivated by your beliefs. Stand up for what you believe is right. Again, set yourself apart from the crowd and get on the right path. For a lot of you guys, it is going to require some strength. Again, I keep saying the whole, whatever this is, it does require confidence. It requires you to really hone in on your inner strength, to remove the illusions that you've placed within your life, and really, like clean slate. Erase all that bullshit and start over. So we got Ace of Wands here with the 7 of Cups. I feel like you have a new opportunity, but this new opportunity confuses you. 5 of Cups, because you're living in regret. You're living in disappointment. Some of you guys need to release those emotional problems that you have. Another 5 here. So this is an internal change. For a lot of you guys, you've had a lot of patience putting things in motion. Now is the time. Things are in motion. You're being pinpointed down the path that you need to move forward to. See the beauty of this. Stop being in confusion because you're fearing making the change. It's not. Release the confusion. The confusion is just an after effect of you embracing that sense of uncertainty, or embracing those worries, embracing those thoughts. Okay. So 10 Pentacles here, 6 of Wands. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you need to commit to moving forward and really embracing the rewards that you gain from planting these seeds of a new life. Ace of Pentacles here. You ain't gonna tell me no different. So 10 Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, you have an opportunity that's going to bring wealth in your life. But for a lot of you guys, with this 5 of Swords, you feel defeated by this opportunity. You feel conflicted by it. For some of you guys, it's because it's been an extra source of emotional entertainment or emotional abundance for you. For a lot of you guys, I feel like you're blocking out a previous commitment of some sort, moving towards something new. Five of Swords here, changing your mind about something. World card tool. So some of you guys are changing your mind. You're committing to moving forward because you no longer want to be at a stalemate. Two of Pentacles. You're bringing peace to yourself by making the changes necessary to create it in your life. Six of Swords, definitely a movement forward card, especially being in the middle of the read. You got 2 sixes, so I do feel like you're making some necessary adjustments. Yes, clearly moving forward here. Sun card here, 2 of Pentacles, making the positive changes that are necessary here. For a lot of you guys, I do feel like you're back and forth with your fears, even though you're in the space of clearly making changes, adjustments, moving forward in your life, wanting to bring about peace. There's this sort of back and forth. So yes, you got this new opportunity. Yes, be confident about it. Remove the fears, remove the anxieties. 9 of Pentacles, be confident in the decisions that you're making. Be confident in the moves that you're making. Why is this 9 of Pentacles here? So we got Judgment here in sideways. I don't know how to say that, in sideways. So I feel like with the 9 of Pentacles and the Judgment, be confident about your decision. Okay, some of you guys could also be deciding to gain your independence, seeing the value of making adjustments so that you can really take care of yourself, nurture your own foundation. Page of Pentacles here with the Judgment here. I feel like someone has made a decision to move forward and they're confident about it. It's good news. No doubt. The decision is good news. I feel like someone's moving out of a stalemate within their life. 5 of Wands here, but there's some conflict because of the decisions that you're making. 5 of Wands here. This could be energetic conflict. Queen of Swords in reverse. Somebody mad, baby. Fuck them folks. Who gives a shit? Somebody mad because they feel like they are getting either the short end of the stick, or somebody feels like that you're acting impulsively. 4 of Cups here. I feel like someone is upset or conflicted because you're taking away their stability, their luxury of whatever. So I'm gonna be real with you. Whoever this is that is upset, this is either someone that just does not want you to succeed, or this is someone that has benefited from you in some way, shape, or form and does not want that benefit to end. Regardless, it's an external conflict, something that you do not have to accept, something that you do not even have to acknowledge. You see it as an external conflict. Think about what I said, external. Meaning, if it didn't come from you, it ain't your fucking problem. So if someone else has conflicts with the decisions that you're making, fuck them. Go write about it. Next card. We ain't gonna talk about that no more because, like I said, I've been saying it, I'm gonna continue to say it. Fuck them folks. You make decisions based on your greater good or your highest good in your life. Another person's emotions, thoughts, opinions around what you're doing in your life is irrelevant because it's your life. They can say what they want, but at the end of the day, you still gonna go home and do what the fuck you gotta do, or are you still gonna go home to yourself and still have to make these decisions by yourself? I used to tell people all the time, don't come to me with no shit if you're not gonna help me fix it. So if you don't like something I'm doing, if you're not helping, aiding in me in no way, shape, or form in fixing it or correcting it, don't say shit to me. Period. And listen, I love my aunties, but I got some aunties to this day that was mad as fuck at me when I said, listen, you gonna help me? If you ain't gonna help me, shut the fuck up. Don't come talk shit to me to try to make me to talk to me and try to make me see things from your perspective when you're not living this life from my perspective. Fuck you. So for a lot of you guys, you got someone in your family or in your life that is very much has benefited in some way, shape, or form, even if it's just for entertainment, from you being stuck or you being at a downfall within your life. Changes are being made. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, the conflict that is happening externally with these changes is because you're beginning to nurture yourself. You're beginning to focus on your path. You're beginning to put your energies into alignment. You're moving toward victory for yourself. And those that do not want this victory for you are very much upset with you choosing good for you. Fuck them. Okay? Queen of Cups here. Why is this Queen of Cups here? Queen of Cups twice. Knight of Pentacles here. 6 of Swords. So I feel like for some of you guys, you're really putting things in motion to move forward. You're nurturing yourself. This is something that you've dealt with on a daily. Some of you guys are retreating from a third party. And let me clarify why I'm saying this. This third party does not This third party does not have to be a romantic relationship. Whatever this third party is something that was an obstacle to your happiness, something that was interfering with you being free from restrictions, free from oppressions, free from conflict. So the third party can be a person, it can be a situation, an environment, it can be your own mindset, it can even be a responsibility or a debt. But it's something that you had to do, or what that you were surrounding yourself with or investing in either on a daily, weekly, or a reoccurring basis. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're very much in the space of moving away from that. You're putting things in motion. You feel like it's a responsibility for you to move away from that. You feel like your victory is moving out of that oppression. So for a lot of you guys, the underlying energy here is abundance within your own emotions. Some of you guys just want to, I said it before, some of you guys just want to be happy. And because you just want to be happy, you're beginning to identify. You've been in unhappiness or been stuck for so long, you're beginning to identify, this is why I'm stuck. This is why I'm unhappy. This is what's causing me to feel like shit. So do I continue to allow this and continue to feel like shit? Or do I make the adjustments necessary to cut that? Listen, sever the hand, save the arm. So some of you guys, you got a dead ass hand or a dead ass situation that has a bunch of extensions in your life that's just draining, because it doesn't have any life on its own. So it's draining, taking away the life force of the rest of your being. So for a lot of you guys, and one of my friends told me this, and you know what's crazy? I'm not gonna say one of my friends, somebody that I love dearly, like more than anybody in this world. My twin told me this when we were going through our bullshit, and he was like, I understand how you feel, and I don't want my inability to get myself together to interfere with you and your sanity. So at this point, and I was breaking up with him, but at this point he told me, I understand the concept. Sometimes you have to sever the hand and save the arm. And I was like, what you mean by that? He was like, your hand stuck in the door. Do you stay there with your whole body stuck in that position because your hand's stuck, or do you sever that hand so that you can save your body? So in that aspect, he was telling me that our connection at the time was lifeless. There was nothing, and I had to respect that. So he was telling me we have to cut this as it is in order to cut that aspect of our relationship out in order to save the whole unit or the whole connection. And it worked. We separated, we went our ways. We lived our lives for the time being, but when we came back, that was no longer an issue. It was no longer dead weight within our connection. You feel me? So for some of you guys, you nurturing yourself and being able to move forward from something that you've dealt with, an oppression, a situation, something that has kept you stuck and mentally conflicted. Once you decide to move away from that, once you decide to sever that connection and allow yourself to grow and free and expand, I feel like you're going to see that this is victory for you. Some of you guys are already seeing that. You've already been through this. I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. For some of you guys, it's just like an energy that is completing a cycle. So 6 wands here. I do feel like there's a movement forward that is necessary. We got Hierophant in reverse. Some of you guys are moving away from a relationship or moving away from some beliefs. Queen of Pentacles here with the Fool energy here. Some of you guys are seeing it you know what's crazy? I'm saying this is deja vu. Last week I said it's deja vu, and what's crazy is what I'm seeing here. I feel like I said this last week, which I know I didn't, but I feel like I said this with these exact cards, and this is my very first time in this perspective using these cards. Anyway, I feel like in order for you to have victory, a lot of you guys are seeing it sensible that you release your beliefs around a situation, or release your faith in a situation and take a leap of faith moving forward toward making the adjustments within your energy, putting things in motion, working with the universe. To Death card, 10 of Wands, lay down the burdens of something that has been oppressing you, that has been keeping you stuck, in order for you to move forward. Hangman here, 3 of Cups. Some of you guys, your perspective around a situation is changing. You're wanting victory in your life. You're moving toward victory. So you're releasing your belief towards something, towards someone. Okay, this can even be, especially with what's going on in the world, I'm gonna be real with you, this can even be your beliefs around certain global issues. You could be releasing those in order for you to move forward in a high vibration, in order for you to really accept the reality of what is right now. All right, so let's see what messages we have. Okay, what messages, what guidance do we have? This is for the collective moving forward. Y'all don't get out of here while I'm working. All right, so we got priorities. harmony. Some of you guys are putting your priorities in order here, most definitely. I feel like you're really in a space of confidently accepting, getting on the right path, moving away from things that keep you restricted. Guidance here. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're following that higher guidance. I feel like right now you need to relax. You don't feel me? Relax. So some of you guys are making the adjustments that are necessary. I feel like the reason why they're telling you to relax because you're in your head. Changes are happening and it's fucking with you mentally. Let the fucking changes happen. Okay, listen. When you're watching TV and you see something globally happening and you want to make a change to it, you feel me? You want to make a change to it, but you know you can't because you're sitting inside your house on the phone and you see it on your phone. You can't do nothing at that specific moment. So what you have to do, you got to let go of that. You might speak on it. You might say what you got to say. You feel me? But because you can't physically do anything at the moment, you got to let it go. Right now, there's something that you spoke on already. Okay, you already want to make the change. But because the change is happening and it's shifting in front of you and there's nothing that you can do about it, you're in a space of feeling anxious about it. Let go. You can't do anything about it. You can't change it. Okay? Once you put things in motion and they begin to change, you need to let them change. You need to let go of your own insecurities of trying to keep control of it or trying to make things happen the way that you want them to happen and just allow them to fucking happen. Everything ain't meant for you to control. Sometimes we just got to put it out there and let it happen. When a magician is doing magic, what they do? Abracadabra, poof. You feel me? They may have set it up previously like we do when we do our manifestations. We set up previously when we put into our spell work or we put into our intentions or we put into our candle work what we want. Okay? We might plant those seeds or prepare ourselves energetically for that. But once we start doing our motions like being the magicians or the alchemists within our life, once we start doing that and we say our magic words, I want, and we boom, that's when the universe behind the scenes like, poof, here you go. You got to let them do the work. So for some of you guys, yeah, you're the alchemist. You're the magician in your life right now. You've manifested something. You planted some seeds. Things are changing. Let them change. Sit back. Relax. See that a priority for you right now is to stay in harmony with yourself. Okay? Acknowledge those human emotions. Acknowledge those thoughts. Acknowledge the things that make you human. But don't let them control you. Okay, there's a perfect balance between the human experience and the spiritual experience once you begin to let go and allow them both to be what they are. That's all I got. The priority is being in harmony. So for a lot of you guys, the priority is for you to be balanced within yourself. This is all I have. Until next time.